What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that?
I have 3 cops on me and I'm 15 years old. Because you guys intruded my house.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on a motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Corrupt cops are everywhere, but sometimes they meet smart suspects that destroy them. On September 17, 2022, Bay City Police Safety Director Michael J. Caccini tried to intimidate 2 teens, Travis and Parker, but it turns out they were super smart and knew the law. From Travis and Parker, who owned, humiliated, and fired a public safety director, to the teen who schooled the police in his house, these are 200 IQ suspects who destroyed corrupt cops. On September 17, 2022, Bay City Police Safety Director Michael J. Caccini saw 3 teenagers, 18-year-old Travis Cram, 19-year-old Parker Weiland, and a girl named Jemima, riding a bird scooter in a parking lot of his apartment building. He approached them and told them to get out of the property as they were disturbing the peace of the neighborhood. However, things escalated quickly when the teens threatened to call the police on him. Unknown to them that Caccini was a cop, he was off duty at the time, but he used his badge while also threatening the teenagers with arrest and physical violence. Soon, the police arrived at the scene and asked for both parties' side of the story, with Caccini going first.
Disturbing the peace, both of them squealing their wheels at me.
He's talking.
Okay, Travis. They come here, they hit the cone, they're messing around here around this new monument.
Caccini mentioned that he was the one threatened by Travis and he wanted the teens to be charged.
2 charges right here.
But when it was time for the teens to share their side of the story, they told a story different from Caccini's version. It seems the teens were telling the whole truth, as they have all that happened recorded on their mobile phone, but Caccini has no evidence.
What's going on?
So we were just riding around on bird scooters, you know, like teenagers do. And then he came up here. I'm 19.
Okay.
And he hit the cone right here and knocked it over.
What cone?
I think it was the one with the gray on it. He started yelling at us and he defended himself.
Where did he come from?
He was up there up at the top.
Okay.
And he was like, I'll come down there and beat your ass.
Okay.
It was obvious the way that Parker told his story, he knew the law and also knew what to say to put Caccini in trouble, but even Travis's story would put Caccini in more trouble.
It walks up and it makes a squeaking noise, right? And you can drift when you do that. It's kind of fun, right? I get it's kind of late and stuff, right? But he's up there, he goes, hey, big shot, you want to go? Right? Because he said, why don't you keep it down? I said, I'm not doing nothing wrong. He goes, hey, big shot, you want to go? Right? So, obviously, you know, I'm a dude, 18 years old, I can hold my own ground.
It's obvious that Travis knows the law as he mentioned to the cops that he knows what Caccini did to him was battery.
Say something to him.
I said, that's battery. And he said, no, it's not. You're going to jail for disturbing the peace.
Okay.
I said, that's not a jail-worthy crime.
Even if the cops wanted to be corrupt by covering up Caccini, there was nothing they could do at that point because the teens had already taken the perfect step ahead by recording it all on their cell phones. Soon, Caccini lost his confidence after he realized he was up against smart kids. His voice lost all power it had in the beginning.
5 minutes or so of the screeching tires from the birds, you know, and the hooting and hollering down here.
He also lied by stating that Travis was hostile towards him, which prompted him to use his flashlight on Travis.
That he was hostile towards me, so I did. How I was taught back in the day was a pectoral large muscle mass jab. Right.
Where's your hand?
With my flat butt of my.
Eventually, Caccini was charged with misdemeanor assault and battery, and he announced his retirement on October 2nd, 2022, while the charges were pending. On August 28th, 2022, Officer Nathan Winters was carrying out a traffic stop while Lieutenant Chris Wang supervised nearby. 19-year-old Tavis Galanakis was pulled over for using his high-beam headlights in town.
Hi there.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good.
My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Officer Winters asked Galanakis for a proof of registration, his ID, and other documents, but the officer believed Galanakis was fumbling around when trying to retrieve the proof of registration. Winters suspected Galanakis was drunk, claiming he could smell alcohol on him, and that he displayed signs of impairment.
From
Friend's house.
Okay. Anything to drink over there?
Nope.
I didn't hear what you said.
Galanakis, a freshman football player at William Penn, adamantly denied drinking alcohol, but Winters still asked him to come out of his car for evaluation.
Have you hop out with me, okay?
Cool. Car on or off?
You could probably leave the car off.
I bet. I'm gonna roll my window up real quick.
All right.
Officer Winters continued to accuse Galanakis of being drunk, saying his eyes are bloodshot.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. Why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
Smart Galanakis knew they didn't have to go through the stress whatsoever, since he could just use a breathalyzer test to confirm he was not drinking, but it seemed that the cop dodged this one.
Okay. So your movements in the car with you fumbling over the registration
Yep.
kind of say otherwise.
Alright.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great, let's do a test and
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait.
Instead, Officer Winters asked Galanakis to take field sobriety tests to prove his innocence. He took his first test with his confidence intact.
Clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The second test didn't go so well, as Galanakis had an injured ankle and it was raining the whole time. The third test also went on, with Officer Winters claiming Galanakis didn't do well with his test. However, Galanakis requested a breathalyzer again, as he was sure he was clean.
Let's do this low. 0-0. Ready for it? If it's possible to get negative, that's what I hear.
Finally, he took the test, and the result came out to be 0, but Officer Winters didn't tell Galanakis his results.
Cool.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you before any question.
Instead, he proceeded to read his Miranda rights to him, and the next question he asked was shocking.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
When's the last time we smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
No.
Okay, well I think it's tonight.
But what Officer Winters didn't know was that Smart Galanakis would catch up too soon.
What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew 0, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, he is.
Galanakis tried to defend himself by saying he's a college footballer who gets tested every Friday, but Officer Winters had a ready answer to that.
Weed. I don't smoke weed. I play college football. I told you that. We get tested every Friday.
Okay.
Don't smoke weed.
Today's Saturday.
Okay? It's 30. We say it's on your shit for 30 days. So if I did a test next week, I'd be off the football team. Dumbass.
In all, even though Officer Winters tried to deny Galanakis' innocence, there was one thing he could not deny.
So here's my situation. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. I got 6 with me too. He bombed sobriety. LOC is present. Finger to nose is bad. Modified Romberg was 38.
He then proceeded to ask Galanakis to take a drug influence evaluation. Galanakis refused, so Winters placed him in handcuffs and took him to the police station.
Right now you're being placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated, okay?
I'm not intoxicated. Sir, I'm not intoxicated. I blew 0.
You can be under the influence of a narcotic.
My phone.
At the station, Officer Andrew Schrinkel conducted the evaluation and found no information to suggest Galanakis was under the effects of drug or alcohol. He was free to leave.
So your mom is also here. Bottom line up front, we're going home tonight, okay? I don't think I have no evidence or no information to suggest that you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
But was it over? No. Galanakis was not done with Officer Winters.
Hey buddy, what's going on?
So, I just want to know, like, how does it feel?
How does it feel for what?
Remember I told you when you first pulled me over?
I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
And you're like, you're impaired. You're on drugs. You drink alcohol. Turns out I'm not on any of that.
Okay.
Really dumb decision by you today. I'm really disappointed in how you came about your...
For our next case, it all started on a Saturday, on September 29, 2019. Two Park City police officers, Officer Rodriguez and Sergeant Thor, were called to the area of the Spalding Court and Racket Club Drive to respond to a complaint of two men having a loud argument on the street. The argument was over two teens, one of whom was Jake, Franchek's son, riding a gas engine bicycle on the street. A man told officers that he was involved in an argument with the boy's father, Michael Franchek. Additionally, police records state that the woman who called in the original complaint told police that she saw a gun in Franchek's possession when he walked away from the argument. The officers then went to Franchek's house to speak to him about the issue. Franchek requested the names and badges of the cops, but the question was quickly dodged.
Can I help you?
Hello, are you, Michael?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here about a...
And your name?
Officer Rodriguez.
First name?
Jim.
Jim, how are you, Jim? And your name? Please? Sorry? Badge number? Badge number, please?
But from there, things escalated quickly.
Let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out here a few minutes ago.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
A great struggle ensued between the cops and Franchek, but the latter knew better, so he called his 15-year-old son Jake to come downstairs and keep recording the whole incident.
Can we talk right here?
Sure we can. Jack! Come here, record this!
Come on outside.
Record this!
Come outside.
Hey, Jack, record this! Grab my phone and record this! Whoa! 1 inch!
The moment Jake responded, he showed a great level of knowledge of the law. However, his father was tased and dragged outside by the cops.
You're not coming here without a search warrant.
Get the phone!
I'm videoing.
Don't cooperate.
I'm cooperating!
But the cops wouldn't allow Jake back into the house, which he told them was the wrong thing to do.
We're just getting the camera. We're getting the camera and that's it.
Due to Jake's age, the cops felt that they could intimidate him, so they kept asking him questions. But surprisingly, Jake knows too much.
3 cops on me and I'm 15 years old. Because you guys intruded my house.
It's because you're at it.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
Again, Sergeant Thor tries to school him, but Jake knows what he knows.
Gun was involved. Not at all.
We don't know that. We don't know that when we get here.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand that. Yes, I totally understand that, but you can't just tackle me.
You see, the whole issue didn't have to get to this, as Franchek was not supposed to be arrested in the first place.
There's no...
No, it was just a concern for me.
Oh, no. Absolutely. But I don't think there's any reason.
But one of the cops was already figuring out what charges to hit Franchek with.
I'm going to arrest him for failure to obey a lawful command, resisting, disorderly.
Yeah, disorders. That's good.
Thanks to the video that Franchek and his son recorded, the case garnered attention and eventually the cops were fired. If you enjoyed this video, click on the card on the screen to watch the next one.